Following breaking news out of New Kensington right now. Crews on the scene of a fire at an apartment building there. This started about 30 minutes ago, we're told, on the second floor of a building on 4th Avenue. Witnesses say they can see heavy smoke across town. We have a crew on the way. We'll bring you any new information as soon as it comes in right here.
Tonight, the IRS is revealing how crooks are targeting people at church by pretending to help them with their taxes. There's a new twist to that old scam, and the IRS says it is spreading across the state. Here's how it works. Bogus tax preparers gain the trust of church leaders, then schedule classes with elderly parishioners to work them over. That's when they steal their identity. But now the feds are on the case.
When you're passing on your financial information to someone, make sure you do your research with that person, that they are a reputable person, and are they going to file an accurate tax return on behalf.
The IRS believes they can take this group of scammers down, but they're still urging the public to beware.
Bank of New York Mellon planning a staff cut that would put 1,500 employees out of work. Our partners at the Trib report that some of those cuts could take place here, but nothing is final as of yet. The company has also implemented a hiring freeze. BNY employs 7,700 workers here in Pittsburgh. If you look at the former Hilton Hotel downtown, you'll see work at a standstill with steel frames out in the open, but owners say the wheels are turning, and in just 5 days, we'll start to see some activity there. Next week, contractors will make some repairs and then erect some new beams. Developers also plan to install an indoor pool, a spa, a new high-end restaurant as well. Owners say the project should take less than a year to finish.
As a new school year approaches, officials are making sure that your kids are safe on the bus.
I think it keeps everyone honest. It's a good thing.
We go along on the ride with inspectors and uncover the most common violations.
And next, we're learning there may be new evidence against 7 people charged with sexually assaulting a teenage girl. Our top stories tonight, police investigating a crash mystery in Lincoln Borough. Alshin Moore died Sunday after police say he was hit by a pickup truck after wrecking his own vehicle. They're hoping surveillance video will give them some clues.
And a Swissville mom is under arrest after her toddler tests positive for crack. Catherine Forrest was arrested after police say they found her and her boyfriend passed out naked at her Swissville home. The 3-year-old boy was found covered with bed bugs. He's now living with foster parents. 7 men accused of having sex with an underage girl they met on the internet came to court today to face the charges. And we learned that at least one of them may have videotaped the encounters. Channel 11's Renee Kaminsky has more on the new developments in the case that we first told you about last week.
When I walked into this courtroom, I was prepared to hear some pretty shocking testimony. After all, I've read the criminal complaint, but what I heard may send these 2 young men to prison for a very long time. They tried to stay well away from our camera, but Jesse Takos and Shane O'Connor, both 21, eventually were called to face the judge. Their alleged crimes: providing alcohol and having sex with a 15-year-old girl, a girl who police say had sex with up to a dozen adult male partners in the basement of her Munhall home last summer and fall. Several of the sex dates, police say, all arranged by Shane O'Connor through Facebook. What's worse, according to the victim, Shane O'Connor recorded some of the sex acts with his camera phone. The alleged victim: Shane would text me and tell me who he was bringing. Prosecutor: did you tell him how old you were? The alleged victim: yes. Shane texted me and asked how old I was. I said I was 15. Allegheny County Police testified to finding videos of sex acts on O'Connor's cell phone, but they didn't involve the underage girl. Just a little while ago, the judge held the cases against both of these defendants for trial. I found out today that if convicted of having oral sex with a 15-year-old girl, these young defendants could do a mandatory 10 years in prison. Reporting from Homestead, I'm Renee Kaminsky, Channel 11 News.
A man surrenders to police after barricading himself inside of a home in Indiana County. Officers were called to the home in Dixonville around 11 this morning. Police say Richard Kinnan had an argument with his wife. He allegedly said he was going to burn the house down and kill himself. Initial reports indicate Kinnan had around 60 guns in his home. He came out and turned himself into police just before 6 o'clock.
A Washington County police officer will join his father on trial in the death of a 92-year-old woman. Today, David J. McClelland waived his preliminary hearing on charges he helped his father carry out the murder. Evelyn Stepko was found stabbed to death inside her Cole Center home last month. Police say McClelland and his father, David A. McClelland, killed Stepko during a burglary. A judge has already ordered the elder McClelland to trial. The younger McClelland's attorney says his client's father is responsible.
My client, as far as the evidence is developing right now, did not kill this woman.
He's trying to cry for something, but he's not. He's going to be served. He will be served.
Now, David J. McClelland's attorney says he may take a plea agreement and testify against his father. New details now in the House of Cats in Carrick. Joan Martinez is charged with neglect after humane officers pulled more than 70 cats in June from her home. But at a hearing today, a judge ruled Martinez was not competent to stand trial. Channel 11 News was there as officers removed all the cats from what they call a heartbreaking hoarding situation at the home there on Hazeldale Street. Officers said the house was filled with feces. The cats were dehydrated, malnourished, and covered in fleas. And they say cleaning up the neighborhood will take years to remedy.
We still receive complaints from the residents who live near Joan Martinez's home of roach infestation, horrible odors, and stray cats.
Martinez will be evaluated and another hearing could take place at a later date. City lawyers want to review grand jury testimony from more than 40 witnesses in the Jordan Miles case. But our partners at the Trib say that U.S. Attorney's Office says the city needs to do work of its own. Miles is suing the city and 3 police officers for allegedly assaulting him during an arrest last year. The grand jury investigation ended without any charges.
With the start of the school year just around the corner, we're looking into student bus safety, and Target 11 has uncovered what inspectors found when they checked out your child's buses. This summer, state police in Allegheny County have inspected 1,687 school buses. They found 445 violations. 6 buses even failed inspection. 3 were eventually repaired and passed re-inspection. State police check everything from brakes to doors to turn signals. For the bus company, their only problem this year was burnt out light bulbs.
The driver's the key component to the whole thing because they sit in the seat every day, they see the bus every day, and you know, they can alert us to any problems, and you know, obviously we never want them to drive anything unsafe.
State inspection happens at the beginning of every school year. Then police make surprise inspections during the year.
I believe that covers.
Preliminary tests show students are improving on the state's PSSA test. The number of students performing at the advanced level increased on 10 out of 14 tests. School leaders showed off the results today at the Pittsburgh Development Center. The results showed steady improvement since 2007 in math, reading, and science in all grade levels.
At the heart of our growth was the belief that our students could perform, and also that our teachers' desire to be excellent ultimately changed what we did.
We as central office.
Superintendent Dr. Linda Lane says the goal is to get students promise ready and prepared for success after graduation.
Powerball is at an estimated $220 million, and people are scrambling to get their tickets. We were out at Babcock Beer Distributor today in Ross Township and spotted people picking their numbers and looking to get rich. We even saw Penguins announcer Mike Lang getting in on the action. One man we talked to says if he wins the jackpot, it's going to go to his family.
I got 12 grandkids and 6 great-grandkids, and I tell them I'm going to divvy it up between them all. We're going to go live in the mines for the rest of our life. Be mine men.
Well, the big drawing will happen in just a few minutes at the top of the hour.
Good luck.
Yeah.
They put their lives on the line every day.
And today, one local community is saying thanks. We'll take you to the special celebration up next.
Rescue workers often go unrecognized as they put their lives on the line to protect our communities. People on Pittsburgh's north side say that needs to change, and today neighbors held a Zone Appreciation Day. They gathered to celebrate and honor police, paramedics, and firefighters who serve the north side, Zone 1, and their message is simple. They just want to say thanks.
with all the bad things that are happening within the North Side, we wanted to show something positive and letting them know how much we appreciate all they do to keep us safe.
Today's Appreciation Day was put on by the Northside Public Safety Council. Time to check on the weather once again. Stephen.
Two thumbs up for this forecast. That's what we get it. Hey, we're rolling into a 10 almost for tomorrow. You had enough rain up at camp there?
We did. Yesterday there was a lot of rain up at camp. I'll take tomorrow. It looks pretty good.
It does.
Yeah. How you doing? Good. No media availability up at camp, so media members can enjoy it elsewhere. Coming up, a potentially serious injury to a Steeler rookie. We'll tell you an update on the knee injury to Baron Batch. Also ahead, the Pirates on the road, trying to win a series with the World Series champs. We'll be back.